Hi, I'm Ebony. I'm one of the speech pathologists here at Prosper Health Collective, and today I'm talking to you because it's Speech Pathology Week 2025. So for this week, we're thinking about, or the theme for this week is thinking about impact through communication. So all the different ways that a speech pathologist can impact someone's life for the better, which I think is a great topic because that's why I fell in love with speech pathology. And it's one of the things I love about my job is seeing the impact we can make on people's lives for the better. So if you think about it in terms of communication in your day-to-day life, like what would it look like if you couldn't communicate? You know, waking up in the morning, saying hi to your partner, ordering a coffee, chatting to your co-workers, all those things, or even, you know, texting a friend, are all ways that we communicate in our day-to-day life. And imagine trying to do those things if you had a communication disorder or if communication was challenging for you. So that really, I think, highlights the vital work that speech pathologists do and just why it can have such a broad impact on people's lives. So with the theme for this week, we're also thinking about other ways that speech pathologists or communication can impact people. You know, we're thinking about things like confidence, the ability to stand up in a school assembly and say a speech, or the confidence to express your ideas, or even the confidence to speak in a team meeting, can all be impacted by communication difficulties. And speech pathologists can support people with building those skills. I think another really important one is inclusion. So without communication, it's really difficult to be included in different environments, whether that's school or home or the community. People who experience communication difficulties often feel excluded from those spaces, or experience their ideas or even just themselves being kind of ignored or dismissed by people, you know. And I've seen that firsthand myself with some of my clients who, for example, when they go to a restaurant to order, because they're having communication difficulties, the person taking their order almost just turns away from them and turns to, you know, their support person, or turns to their parents to ask them to order instead, you know, because it can be difficult to know, I suppose, what to do in those circumstances, and it can be difficult for people to understand that sometimes they just need to be a little bit more patient or allow the person a bit more time to communicate. So I think inclusion is a really important impact that speech pathologists can have that's really vital to our society. And that also brings me to empowerment. So one of the things I love about my job is seeing my clients as they're progressing in their goals and as they're making steps towards their goals, is them reporting and saying that they feel more empowered and more capable of doing things in their day-to-day life. Things like ordering their coffee on their own, or messaging their friends, or putting together emails for work. All these really important things that I think the general public take for granted because it's just so easy for the rest of us who don't have communication difficulties. So for Speech Pathology Week this week, you know, we really want to shout out all our amazing speech pathologists, not only here at Prosper, but all through Australia, and the hard work they do with people to try and empower them, to help them grow in their confidence, and to overcome their communication challenges so they can be more included in society. It's really vital work that speech pathologists do. And if you are somebody, or perhaps your child is someone who struggles with those kinds of things, or you feel like they would benefit, you can always reach out to us here at Prosper. We're always, you know, happy to help you thrive and move towards your goals. You know, perhaps the speech pathologist can also support you in making an impact in your day-to-day life.